on live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? You know what it is. It's your boy Lem here, and it is none other than the X on the Beach premiere episode on MTV. We are super excited. Number one, we got two, not one, but two guests here, and we're going to talk to them, break down the entire episode. We got exes coming in on this show. There's a lot to talk about. All I got to say is we're really excited about this show. Let's go. Let's get it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Where's our lights at? Anthony, give us our lights. Hey! Yeah! Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Man, let me tell y'all, I'm super excited, super turned up about this season of X on the Beach. I'm so glad they brought it to the U.S. First of all, it's your boy Lem Gonsalves here. Super excited to be here. We've been covering AYTO for the last several seasons, and I'm so glad that they brought X on the Beach here. But you know, I'm not here by myself. I got my goons with me. Right next to me, I'm so glad that we're united. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Melody Rose.
Yes, I'm so excited they brought this. You know, I've been talking about this for a long time.
Yes, you have. Because you've been watching the UK version.
Yes, messy.
Yes, super
really?
messy.
Oh, shit.
Super messy. And of course, my A1 since day one, you know him, the Filipino king himself, Mr. Nino Llanera. What's up?
Y'all, what's good? It's so good to be back after a couple months here at AfterBuzz TV. And to come back to X on the Beach, something we talked about at AYTO when we were still on for that.
Yes.
And now the mess, the tea is about to be spilled. I'm so excited. I'm ready to get it, Lem.
Yeah, I'm ready too. Let's get into these guests. It's guest time. It's guest time. It's guest time. Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest here, you might know her from Bad Girls Club, but she's also on X on the Beach, and she's looking pretty fine. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for Angela. Yeah. What's up, Angela? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm super good.
Oh, she's ready.
Super good.
I'm ready to go.
She's ready. Ladies and gentlemen, you might know our next guest from AYTO Season 5. She also made a guest appearance on Season 6. You know, she just wants to be on your TV screen, giving you all that goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Taylor in the house. Hey!
I'm having flashbacks to that guest appearance.
Yeah,
Calm down now.
Yeah.
You know.
That was pretty epic.
That was a lot of
That was pretty epic.
That
How you doing, Taylor?
I thought it was a lot of me getting paid.
Okay.
I'm good.
You good?
I'm good, yeah.
You good? So, how do we feel overall? Thoughts on this episode?
What do you think? Because you watched the UK version.
Yes, I feel like it has a
Yeah.
lot to live up to. It's not quite there yet. They're giving us too much too soon.
You think so?
Yes, like all the exes at once. I feel like they need to chill out. So we can look
There
forward.
was like 24
Yeah,
exes.
yeah.
That was a lot.
And then they bring everyone to the beach, or that first moment when everyone was at the beach, and then they brought the exes out, so you guys were like hashing it out in front of everyone. I was like,
It was quick.
awkward but quick, yeah. So I have high hopes though. I do.
Okay. Ladies, I want to defer to you real quick. So obviously you live this, right?
Unfortunately,
you were there,
yes.
right? Oh, unfortunately. So speaking of unfortunately, why do you say unfortunately? How do you feel about that? Do you have regrets?
Well, my ex was the first to come out of the water.
Right.
So off the bat, I was having a bad vacation.
Okay.
Yeah. So he ruined my entire time in Hawaii. But I had no idea that he was coming, and I think that's the one thing that people get confused, that we had an idea that they were coming. We had no idea. No clue. So when he pulled up, I was literally sitting on Tarai's lap. Like, it was an issue at that point. Yeah. So when he pulled up, I was like, okay, so this is it. Like, it's over for me.
So you guys were thinking this was going to be like an all-star cast of people trying to find love from different reality shows or whatnot. It was going to be like a cool little thing. Then all of a sudden, it's like, boom, your ex is coming.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
And they didn't give you like any time. Like, I thought like you were gonna get like a week of time to kind of kick it, you know, feel yourself out,
We had
feel
a
your other
day.
people.
Oh, it was one
had a
day.
night.
It was
like
one
not
day.
even a
One day.
full day.
Not even a
until
full 24
the
hours.
first ex came, yeah.
First ex came.
Hers was the first that came too.
And yours was the first that
Mine
came.
was the
Yeah.
first.
How did you feel when you saw Derek? Shout out to Derek.
Oh yeah, no, we're not shouting him out.
Whoa!
All shade. I'm not even gonna say no shade. It's
All shade.
Yeah, I felt sick to my stomach. I wanted him to dive back into that water, and he didn't, unfortunately, and he tormented me the entire time. So.
Wow.
Yeah, but can we talk about how they came out of the water though?
Yeah.
Like they were holding their breath for like the shot, and all of a sudden they came
they
out.
were drowning before
Like,
they even came
hello,
out.
I'm here.
Mike
I
can
wish.
stay
Don't
drowning.
tell me it was a good time.
When we were watching this, I was like, this is mad awkward. Like the way everybody came out of the water. Cause I'm like, how did they, like, I'm figuring like, they had to do it like several times. Like I'm assuming.
So they probably came out from the side. You didn't see them.
Yeah, I'm saying like you act like they made it seem like they were underwater, and then it just popped up like, oh, I'm here.
The
and
exes
then
know how to hold their breath.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah, exactly. So we see your ex first. We do see some other exes. We see Skylar and we see Lexi's ex. And I'm going to go down the list of all the people just so we can know who the players are. So, of course, we got Angela from Bad Girls Club. We got Torai, who was a fitness guy. And we got Faith from Vanderpump Rules. We got Corey, who's from The Challenge and MTV's Real World. We have Chase, who was on The Bachelorette. We have Jasmine, who was on The Bachelor. Shout out to Taylor from Are You the One? We got Pauly from Big Brother, Victoria, fashion influencer, and we got, I don't know why I did the air quotes.
Yeah.
I just feel like I need to say like, what is a fashion influencer? I feel like that's a made up name. Like, anyway.
She's a stylist. And
Yeah,
she's
there
great.
you go. And you got Chris, who's an international DJ. Again, more quotes.
Air quotes.
Again, I don't know
That's
why I keep doing
appropriate.
that.
That's an air quote.
That's an air
Vic
quote.
is an air quote. Chris is an air quote.
Yeah, okay. I see you don't like Chris.
No, actually, I
yeah.
love Chris.
So-
Love Chris. You do.
I
But
wanted.
that just happened right over
he's like my little brother, okay?
Yeah.
A little
So
annoying brother.
I want to go back to you, Angela,
Yeah,
because
they're all-
you know we talk about your ex coming out, and prior to we seeing your ex, of course we see you with Mr. Tarai, and you were actually on his lap when your ex came.
was.
But you guys were feeling each other pretty quickly. Was it like love at first sight situation, or was it like, you know, I like this guy because he has a good mind? Like, what's going
Good
on?
mind.
That's the question of the year right now. Like, love or lust at first sight.
Yeah.
I don't know at this point. I just walked into the house. I saw a nice chocolate man that I wanted to get my hands on, and I did just that. Okay.
Okay.
And we had an instant connection, and I can't deny that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did Taylor? You saw this unfolding. Did you?
Yeah.
Did you see the instant connection between them?
I mean, by the time I walked in, they were already dating. So,
Oh,
and that was
really?
like
We're
5 minutes
together,
later.
like,
Wow.
that's it.
They
No
were
one
in a
else-
relationship,
Yeah.
so.
Already.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You know how things go in these houses.
I know.
They're so quick. Just like AYTO, it's so quick. Like on the first
Everything's
day.
quick.
It's
You
like
know
a
what
dog
I
Every
years.
day
Right.
feels
This is
like a
dog-
week.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
dog
But
years
this
in
was
here.
like instant, though. It seemed like you
Instant.
walked in the house,
Yeah.
and it was like, "Hey, I like you, and you're amazing."
Yeah.
And
Like I
let's
said, they
kiss.
were
Can I
dating
just
when
sit
I
on
came
each
in,
other?
and I came
Yeah.
in 5 minutes later. So.
Y'all don't know, but I'll just put this spoiler out. We have actually Torai in the studio. He's just hiding. But we wanted to save him for another episode, so he's going to come on and say his piece. But he is here in the building.
Hi,
So it's a
Torai.
little, that is a Torai. Anyway, but I mean, it did seem instantaneous. And of course, you know, he's a good looking guy. You come in, and you guys are all good looking. And I
Yeah.
feel like MTV has a really good formula for how
Most
they do
of them are
this.
good
Oh, they
looking.
do.
Well, okay.
But we're gonna save that later.
We're gonna say that. Ooh, wait. I want to say it now. Like, what?
I don't know.
Who's not good looking?
Really?
She's
I'm asking.
she's marinating on her thoughts.
I feel like
Are you about to-
I feel like all the women.
No.
I feel like all the women were. Wow. Okay.
No, I'm not. I was talking about one of the guys.
Oh, which guy?
I don't know his name.
International
Was it the
DJ.
international
Yes.
DJ?
Oh,
Chris.
the
Chris.
DJ.
Chris.
He's not that great looking.
He's not that great looking to you.
He
Okay.
probably has a great personality.
Okay.
So, right?
Okay. That's her little brother.
That's her
So-
brother. He's not my brother.
He's
That's
not your
her
brother. Okay. Well, we'll say most of the people
Most
are
of
good,
the people, yeah.
are good looking. But we also know that there's alcohol involved, and you guys were.
I have something to say.
Yeah, please expound, please, Taylor.
Before we went in that house, we were stuck in vans for 6 hours drinking
In
With
vans.
alcohol.
Jack
of
Daniels.
course.
Maybe
In
playing
vans.
you guys.
by ourselves.
By
like,
yourselves.
Like I was blindfolded.
I was
Blindfolded.
Yeah, we were
and
all
I'm
blindfolded.
drinking the whole time. And so when I walked in, I was blacked out. I don't remember anybody.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I do.
She's just like, I remember one person.
I'm exaggerating,
I remember just one person. So
no,
you guys
we were
are
drinking
you're
for
saying
like
you're
6
pretty
hours.
lit before you get in there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the whole rest of the time that they're there at the house.
Of course,
Right.
the
I'm
liquor
sure.
just keeps on
Okay,
coming.
okay.
Unlimited.
It's MTV.
I wonder what MTV's alcohol budget looks like. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, when you go through like 10 bottles in a day, it's gotta be a lot.
It's got to be a lot, but it makes for good TV. Angela, I want to go back to you because you and Mr. Torai's situation. So there was a scene when you guys kind of went upstairs.
Oh yes. We did go upstairs.
Can you expound on the upstairs situation?
Look, we just wanted a little bit of alone time.
Okay.
Nothing happened. Okay. I mean, we
Promise,
made out.
promise.
We made out.
Your leg
Okay.
was kind of high
My
up
leg
there.
Yeah, it was.
behind
It
my
was
head.
super high. up.
It was
She
up
does
there.
gymnastics.
But nothing happened. You were just stretching. You were stretching.
I was
She was
just
stretching.
Yeah, I was stretching. I was getting ready for bed.
Okay.
But we did not have sex the first night.
The first night.
The second night.
Maybe not the second either. Maybe a little.
A little further.
A little further.
You guys will see when I have sex for the first time on this show.
They'll show it.
They will show it.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't the first night.
Okay, but that was a nice little makeout session.
It was.
Cuddle
It
We
was
session.
rolled around a
you.
little bit. Did
Yeah,
some gymnastics.
yeah.
It was fun.
Okay. Dang, I wish I could
And
pour out the
Angela,
mic.
cartwheel.
Oh.
Just a minute. Angela, when you saw Tarai, did a little, thought come out and was like, you know what? He kind of looks like my ex. A lot.
You know what? No, I didn't think he looked like my ex
Really?
at all. I thought he was
I
a
mean-
major upgrade. I mean,
To be honest, like at first I was like, okay, yeah, they do look alike, but I know Derek really well. I was on his season,
Yeah.
and knowing him, they're completely different people. They
Right.
don't really look alike once you're like.
Once you're on.
Right.
When you
Yeah.
see
Once you're
them,
up
like
close
maybe you
and
think
personal.
so, but like once you know both of them, it's like, okay, no.
Tarai
Polar
is like 3
opposites.
times the size of Derek. Let's talk about that. Derek is so little next to Tarai.
He's a bigger guy,
So-
sure.
Mariah is fucking huge. He's like the biggest
huge,
man I've
and
ever
he-
seen in my
I
life.
just,
Wow.
He's huge. He's like the Hulk.
So, I mean, but obviously you have a type.
I do have a
Right.
type.
And you have a type. You
it's
said
clear
you
that-
like the chocolate
yeah,
guys.
I do.
And you said that, even in the segment, we saw
Yes,
that.
yeah.
So the fact that they look similar, it shouldn't be a coincidence.
Yeah,
Because you
no,
have a type.
I do have a
and you
type,
like
and
that.
I think I'm allowed to have a type.
You absolutely
it's
are.
totally fine, yeah.
I'm about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not chocolate enough. Type, so that's not gonna work for me. Moving on. So we
Putting it out
see.
to the universe.
Right. I mean, shoot my shot, kind of, but not really. So we see we see Romeo show up as a host. So shout out to Romeo.
He should have been a housemate.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah.
right?
How
I would have
was
been like, sign me up next time.
No, he
Oh,
irritated
yeah?
me.
What?
Really?
Yes.
Why?
So I wanted
I
to
feel
know.
like he was coming after me every day. I was like,
Romeo?
I wanted.
yes! I'm like, no, he irritates
I
me.
wanted to know
he
how-
walks all slow, like, and I'm like, okay, get out of here.
Get out of here. How was he? Was he around you guys a lot, or was he just around certain times?
He was around certain times. He wasn't around all the time, but he popped up, and then when he popped up, we knew something was gonna go down.
Okay.
It was
around-
always bad. I hated
Yeah,
seeing
it was
him.
always
Every
Oh,
time he showed
bad
up, I was
news.
like, oh,
Yeah.
Bad news. Okay.
He was around for his segments.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
And to get the tea, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I want to get to we do see that there's a chance that you kind of talk the exes that do show up, they do talk. So we saw Lexi and Paulie talk, and it looks like Paulie cheated
Right.
on Lexi, and she was upset about that and kind of rehashed that. And then of course we see Angela and Derek talk, and it was more yelling than speaking.
In front
actually-
of everybody, too.
Right.
In front of everybody on the beach.
yeah.
They were outside. She used her outside
We were in
voice.
public.
Yeah.
We were in public.
Thank you. I use my outside voice in an outside
Very
environment.
much so. I want to get into Anthony. If you can give us the news and gossip theme song, please, because I want to divert to Nino, because I wanted to get into this because we do see a situation where they kind of do a chart.
Right.
And we see that there was a chart between Derek, and then we see Angela, and then we see Alicia, and there's a lot going on. So you got something to talk
And
about
we
that.
see Alicia
need
coming.
a
She's going
drink
to
for
be on
Yeah.
the show, right?
Yeah.
We
Yes.
see her
yeah,
coming or
I don't know
whatnot.
what
Yeah.
you're talking
On,
about.
She's like, I
Yeah.
don't know her.
on the Twitter sphere, obviously, your fans talk, her fans talk. There's going to be some interaction.
Yeah.
Was there a fight this season that led up to something crazy big, or was this like an ongoing thing as you throughout the whole time?
Well, no,
Because-
there was a fight before.
No, there was a fight before, but I'm talking about like currently during this season, because a lot of people were talking and saying that y'all went head to head again. But
I
just
want to
wanna
know
if
about
that
the fight
happened.
before.
You want to know? Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
Let's talk about the fight before that led to this
Stay
fight.
tuned.
Yeah.
Okay. So me and Alicia met in New York City when I was with Derek, and I was with him for the premiere of Dirty 30.
Okay.
She crossed me the wrong way. She had an attitude with me. So the next time I saw her after that incident, I was like, look, my name is Angela. Let's introduce each other like the right way. And she was not having it. So that's when I knew something was going on between her and Derek. And I was just not having it. So I swung at her and mopped her.
Oh, so we got
So you
physical.
won that fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
They got-
I said, introduce yourself to me properly or take this ass whooping. And she started yelling. So I was like, all right, you're going to take this ass whooping? Take it then.
So how'd that continue on the beach, or do we have to wait to see that?
So me and Alicia have a major moment this season. And it's going to be really
I think
big.
people were talking about that on Twitter already. Okay.
Yeah, so there is going to be a moment with me and Alicia where we come head to head.
Okay.
You guys will
Say
see
it
that.
with
And that's the first time I saw her since I mopped her across the hotel lobby.
Wow.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Anthony, for that.
Great.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
telling you, Twitter has everything. So if
Everything.
you really dive deep in,
Right.
you'll see what they were going through when
The
they,
Cardi B thing.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's get into, we do see there's a kind of a Chase and Victoria. I want to know, since you all are here, obviously we have other castmates that are there. Did you get along with, not the exes, I know that your exes were whatever, but with the other castmates that were there, was everyone pretty much cool? Did you guys like vibe? Obviously, I know Angela, you and Torai
Of course we were
vibed a
vibing
lot,
all.
but did you like, Taylor, did you vibe with everybody? I mean, were you cool? I mean, I know we see a little something with Corey. What's up with Corey?
Ooh, the silence.
Yeah. Why is there silence?
I don't know. You'll see.
Okay.
You'll see.
Keep it
Okay.
short.
We see you guys flirting a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
There was some flirtation before the show on
Okay.
via Instagram.
Via Instagram.
So like the first time seeing him and him seeing me, it was kind of like, okay, So it was like, I don't know. We were flirting for quite a while, back and forth, like randomly.
Before you were on the show.
Yeah, and then so when we saw each other, it was pretty easy to just like immediately click.
So you didn't know who was going to be on this cast for the show?
Well, you knew
Right
Corey
away.
was going to be on there.
Yeah.
You had to know.
I know some people might have
I
known.
did
but-
know Corey.
Yeah.
I will admit that I knew Corey was going to be on.
And you guys kissed in this first episode.
Yes.
And he basically said, "You need to kiss me in my mouth."
And that's what I did.
That's damn aggressive.
She was like, okay. I thought that was just funny. Like, I was like, if I use that line,
I
would
mean,
that
like
work?
I said, we were drinking, and it was like
6 hours.
6 hours. Of
6
drinking.
hours.
Yeah,
of
so
No,
you
drinking.
can't
literally
use it at
stuck
the
in a
bar.
van. You haven't seen people in 5 days. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, it's like a long time.
Right.
So when we get to the end of this whole situation, the episode, I should say, we do see it goes back to Derek and Angela. And you go to this special place that we're going to, find out, the Shack of Secrets.
Yes.
Which I think is a terrible name. I
is.
think it's hilarious.
The SOS.
We'll call it the SOS.
The
Because the
SOS,
Shack
yeah.
of Secrets just sounds funny to me. But you go down to the SOS. We don't see what happens, but we see that basically Angela gets to go through Derek's phone for a period of time. And I feel like, in my opinion, that's like salt in a wound. Like, you guys are exes for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So to do something like that, it's going to open up a new wound. And I feel like this is going to be a constant theme throughout all of the exes that are coming up. And so when you guys went down there and that happened, you got very emotional. Like,
I
you started
did.
crying.
I did.
What was going through your head at that point in time?
I didn't want to see what I knew I was about to see.
Okay.
Like you said, it's opening a wound, like throwing salt on it. Like, it's just not something that I want to deal with. I put that in the past. Once I'm done with somebody, I block them and I forget about them.
How long was that gap from you guys breaking up and seeing him on the beach?
It was like 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
So it was still
So-
fresh.
Yeah, it was still
Oh,
very
wow.
fresh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I didn't want to see it. And
Yeah.
that's why I was like, do I have to do it? And they were like, yeah, you got to look the response.
Because I know people online, all the viewers are going to say, oh, if she's over him, why is she crying all the time? So what do you have to say to that?
I mean, it was still very new to me.
Mm-hmm.
The breakup was very new. I was still dealing with it every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go through something very personal for him and for me. And I found out my truth in that Shack of Secrets, unfortunately. So that's why it was so emotional.
And that's
Gotcha.
tough because it's like you don't want to do it, but when you have the opportunity, you're going to take that opportunity.
You're going to take it.
to do it.
I mean, seek and
So-
ye shall find.
Well,
like, that's
Well,
just
and this
what
is like
happened.
your ex. This is somebody you spent time with and you
Right.
fell for and whatever. So looking at anything that is going to hurt you, regardless of what time, it's gonna hurt you.
Yeah, no matter who it is or no matter what situation, you'd be keen to like, yeah, I'm gonna check it out because I really want to know.
Yeah.
Although I shouldn't for my mental state of being. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah.
Right, but you want to know, so
exactly.
you're gonna
Do it. Yeah.
So we got the live chat up, and then it's like popping right now.
It is popping right
And
now.
so a lot of people, I saw some, it's already gone, but they said, I like Angela now. Like, as
Oh,
opposed to,
thank you.
I guess, from your Bad Girls
Yeah, a lot
club.
of people did not like me at all. I had
yeah.
a bad rep on Bad Girls Club. People just hated me for how I acted, and now I'm just like super real with everything that I do, and I think that's appreciated now.
Word. Also, we have some people that say they want to see that Alicia and Angela fight.
Which one?
Right, exactly. They didn't specify, but sounds like that's something on the radar.
Yeah.
I want to kind of figure out, because obviously, kind of going back to the beginning, you guys were duped, on this.
Yeah.
You didn't know that your exes obviously were going to show up. You thought you were going on this magical vacation and you're going to meet some new people, correct? Did you really feel played, because the exes were coming? Or were you like, I kind of expected something to happen?
I felt played personally. I felt personally victimized by MTV.
raise your hand. I felt played. I mean,
Like, how were
I'm
you?
both. I'm both.
Because
Yeah.
your ex didn't come up yet. So how were you feeling when you saw everybody else's ex come up? Was your stomach like rumbling and like?
Yeah, my stomach
nervous?
was rumbling because like as soon as I saw like what was going on, I was like, okay, I know who's coming for me. Like I
You knew
immediately
right
knew.
away.
I knew. Yeah.
Were there
It was
any?
just
Sorry,
a
go ahead.
matter of like him saying yeah to coming basically, and I'm like, okay, I know who it's gonna be, and it's gonna be bad. So
So you were already anticipating that, were you?
Yeah. Were there any exes for either of you guys that you were kind of hoping would come in to maybe rekindle anything?
no.
Oh, absolutely
Fuck
not.
no.
Nope.
Fuck.
That's a
They're
cut
ex
right
for
there.
me.
all my exes, I was like, no thanks.
No.
There's a reason I'm on a new dating show. It's
Right.
not for my exes.
So, obviously, what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have about 10 people that are on the show. Did you find, obviously, Angela, I know that you had kind of staked your claim. It seems like we see that you getting chummy with Mr. Corey.
Is that British?
Nice word.
I don't know. It just came to me for whatever reason. Was there a situation like, obviously, you, Taylor, you had been in the Are You the One household and you kind of been to that experience.
Right.
Did you find that it was similar with Are You the One as opposed to, I mean, obviously, Are You the One is a different agenda, right? You're trying to find your match.
You're trying to find
Right,
somebody.
and then you're going to win money. In this case, you're just kind of there dealing with the reality of what's going on.
Yeah, it was very similar walking in. The thing was there was less people, and I was like, okay, like obviously I know who I'm attracted to immediately. But I was kind of like going into it, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go in and like have fun, like try to like get to know people. Was that the case? Like, I don't know, you'll see. But like, yeah, it was kind of the same. But for me, I was like kind of putting up a wall a little bit just because I got hurt on Are You the One? So
Right.
yeah.
Word. I'm looking at the live chat again. People are loving you, Angela.
Really?
They're like,
Oh,
they're
thank
really
you.
like,
Thank
they're.
you.
It's like I don't know what your experience.
No,
on
like
back.
I was really hated on
You-
Bad Girls Club. Like the most.
I remember your
hated.
season.
Yes.
She was very disliked.
I was.
Yeah.
I never
yes.
saw her.
No,
so
I
I'm
was
like,
I was terrible.
She's
and
just my
I
friend,
and
and
I
I'm
own
like-
that. I admit
You own
that I was bad. I was on Bad Girls Club. I did some things that I totally regret. But now I'm, just Angela now.
Yeah.
I'm just super real,
Yeah.
and everything is fake. But whatever
Right.
comes out of my mouth, according to MTV.
According to you didn't say those things. MTV
course
said
not.
those
That's
things.
tough though because
course
everyone
not.
here is known for something or whatnot, even if they're just coming from like say the internet or being a social influencer. They're known for something, so there's already prejudgment even
Yeah.
before you come into a house. Versus like something like AYT or Bad Girls Club, they didn't know you beforehand,
Yeah.
but now they know who you are. So there's already prejudgment.
oh, you're already either hated or liked.
Yeah.
You
Right.
Off
have
the
one or
jump.
the other, and that's
Yeah.
So
it.
like, how did you guys come mentally prepared for like saying, okay, I'm back on this another reality show? How do I change your perspective, or were you just like, I'm gonna just do me and see how it goes?
I was just gonna do me this time. I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna let anybody bully me or me bully anybody. I think I had something to prove on Bad Girls Club, and it was just like I have to be the biggest, baddest girl. And now that has changed, and I'm just me all the time. So I think that's why the
Definitely.
perspective has changed.
Okay.
Right. For me, I was like, the last time I was on TV before I went on this was really bad. And
We clarified that on our show
got
though, so
some
we got the
Right.
tea about
Right.
what happened. So
no,
you good.
what pissed me off about that was like it was a lot of like cutting things out,
Right,
right?
right.
And like I think the guys that were here on that episode actually said that as well.
Yeah.
That's what pissed me off a lot because like I don't freak out for no reason. If I'm gonna freak out, it's for a reason. And so I had a bad rep kind of going into this show. So like I already know people are gonna hate me, but like I really don't care. Like I've never cared if somebody, you know, it's been that way my whole life. People don't like me, it's fine. But for this, I was kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna go in me, and if people don't fucking like it, then whatever. Like that's it. But
Speaking of you actually, and I can say this because we saw this on the previews,
Right.
but you have 3 exes coming.
yeah,
So we see Andre, we see who else?
Joe.
Joe. Shout out to Joe. We had him last
Joe.
time in the bathtub.
let's not shout that out.
Wow, we can't shout out anybody.
We're not doing shout-outs right now.
And we see Cameron.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, we're going to see kind of what unfolds with
Right,
that.
right.
But it seems like you had a tough time with having 3 exes there. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, I had a tough time. I think I went into it thinking that I was friends with a few of them, and then coming out, I clearly was not. It
Right.
was not the same. Obviously, I fucking hate Andre, like, so everybody knows that. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot for me. I mean, you saw it. You guys
Oh, I
both
did
saw
see
it.
it.
It's
It's bad.
I did see
It's
it.
bad.
I'm really looking forward to kind of seeing how that unfolds.
Right.
Going through this experience, obviously we're going to see what happens, but do you feel like you were like looking back at it now? Do you feel like that it was worth going through this? Did you get some closure on some situations? Because I feel like if you run into your ex, a lot of times you can get closure in a situation like this that maybe you didn't get before. Do you feel like you got any closure?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, I 100% know like that I got closure. That's all I needed. Before that, I was like, it was kind of open still. Like, so yeah, I know I got closure with the people I needed to get closure with, and for me, it was a good experience overall.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you, Angela?
I mean, I have the first day that I filmed tatted on my body. It was a great experience for me. But me and Derek weren't so like cut and dry, and it's not what you think it's gonna be. We have our ups and downs throughout this whole journey, but overall, you know, I did get my closure on that situation, and I'm happy.
Interesting. I think it was a good time to get into predictions. Let's get into predictions. Let's do that.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Predictions under the crystal.
I know, it's like.
So we kind of have to do this on our own because you guys know what happened,
Yes.
so
Right.
you can't tell
I might
us.
be
but
looking at y'all to see
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
my
yeah,
look
yeah.
for
I'm
face.
predicting is right.
So,
I have a poker face, all right?
I'm gonna divert to my team.
Okay.
So, first of all, what do you feel like is gonna happen with the overall exes, as far as the show's concerned?
I feel like there's gonna be a jealousy situation where
Yes.
one of the the single people are gonna see an ex that they want, but that ex of that ex is gonna be like, I don't know if I like that situation,
Right.
and I might try to stop that and see what happens. I
you
feel like
never
there's gonna
want
be a
your
lot of
ex
crossing. You know what I mean?
Right.
You never what?
You never want your ex to be happy and move on.
You never want to see it in front of your face either.
Right.
You
So
know
I
what I
would
mean?
stir that shit up.
Oh, see.
Oh yeah, everybody feels that way too.
Yeah.
Everybody feels
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like the honest truth, because you can't once again run away from it because you're at that house 24/7, right there in front of them. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of that cross, the X type paths, and there's going to be a lot of bickering about that or
Right.
whatnot. Like I said before, the whole Angela and Alicia situation is going to be a situation
be
that I definitely want to see.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think that. See, I'm just.
They're trying to have a straight face, like.
I really think that someone is gonna hook up with their ex. Someone in the
that's a
studio.
Oh.
I kind of don't think Taylor, just because she's like, I hate them so much. But
Yeah.
you know what? They're like piping her with alcohol, so she might just be like, oh, I miss you.
Right.
You
It could be
know?
a momentarily slip of
But
of
definitely
judgment.
someone's gonna slip up and just hook up with the ex and then try to lie
So
about
you're saying one of us too?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we saw.
I know who that is.
Yeah. I feel like
I missed it.
no, it was quick, but I feel like I could be super wrong.
Okay.
I mean, I got new contacts, but I could be super wrong. I thought I saw Angela kissing Derek. Ooh. That's what I thought I saw in the previews.
Me?
In the when they say
I'm
this
trying to
season
read it so
on,
bad right now.
this season on.
I'm keeping it.
I could have sworn I saw him this season on. I'm looking at Tarai. He's not giving me
And
anything.
it's funny that a lot of these exes look like the current little prospect in the house. I'm like, you guys it's a cycle that they cannot break.
I'm telling you, MTV's casting's like on.
MTV casting is on
They
point.
do kind of like resemble each other.
Yeah.
Like everybody, they kind of like goes about
There's a
their
match.
new way.
There's a match somewhere there, yeah.
So yeah.
Interesting. I agree with you. I think that there's definitely going to be a hookup with an ex.
Right.
For sure. Like, I feel like it's just bound to happen. Like, that's just going to be good TV. And I think that's going to create drama because I feel like everyone that's in the house is kind of filling each other, like the cast members that were there originally. So I feel like that's going to create a lot of drama because the new guy or new girl is going to be like, why are you hooking up with
A
your
lot of
ex?
these new people are Plan B and not even knowing it right now. So
I want to know y'all though, like all the people that are watching out there who are going to download the podcast, who are going to watch us on YouTube or are currently watching us right now. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you think's going to happen because I want to kind of read those, read those through.
We read those
and see what you guys think because that might spark up something within us to ask the next guest as well too. So you can download us on iTunes, you can watch us on YouTube or whatnot. You can always leave those comments, rate us, let us know what you think about the show and how excited you guys are to see what's going to happen on X on the Beach.
Absolutely. I think it's gonna get really juicy.
Oh yeah.
I think it's gonna get really juicy. I think we got a little taste with the first episode, but I think the more the exes come in, I think the more it's gonna get spicy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's multiple, and there's a lot of exes coming through. So
a lot of exes.
It's about to be a situation.
It's gonna be a super situation. I'm excited. But first of all, I want to thank our guests for stopping by. Angela and Taylor, get up for them for coming through and spill a little tea.
A little bit.
Spill a little tea. I'm excited about what's going to take place because I really think that is going to get really, really crazy. And if it's anything like the UK one, it's going down. Yeah. For sure.
Better be, ladies.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the UK one. I don't even know.
What? It's a lot.
No, neither
Look
one.
it up.
Have we?
It's really good.
It's a whole lot.
It's very raunchy.
All I know is it's very sexual.
Yes.
But it's still so classy because it's like, oh, Megan's such a slag. And I'm like,
The way they talk.
That instant accent that just make
classy.
everything classy.
yeah.
That's
But
ridiculous.
that's so funny. Like they have a classy accent and then they're still doing crazy raunchy stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's because we can't understand like their like the bad
What
language
they're
is coming
saying.
out of
Right, because it sounds like it's good.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you say you're a slag, I'm like, thank you. And that's probably like a
they
terrible
call each other
thing.
donut. They're shut up, you donut.
Donut?
And I'm like, thank you.
And that's not good.
No.
The donut's not good.
Love.
Oh, okay. I have to make sure, remember that. So ladies and gentlemen, that's been our show. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. Super excited about this season. As Nino said, make sure you comment on the YouTube video. Make sure you let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what guests you want. Let us know who you want to talk to and get we're gonna have Torai back. Don't worry. He's here. He's gonna come back. He's gonna be on the hot seat. Trust and believe. He's over there. He did this with it the whole time. Like exactly. The whole time we were talking. But I can't wait to talk to him in the future. But yeah, this is your boy Lem Gonsalves. You can find me everywhere on social media at The Poet Saint. You can also check out my website, stayonthemic.com. Melody, where you at?
Hey guys, you can already see it's been a while. Sorry. You already know you can find me everywhere at Melody_Rose.
Hey yo, it's your boy Nino. You can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, all that good stuff. My shout out of the week for a fan goes to Jeff Colvin. He's been following us on Twitter, getting ready for the show, really wanting to watch.
Shout out to Jeff.
So shout out to Jeff.
Awesome.
So if y'all interact with us, let us know what's up because we want to talk to you guys and we see you guys and we want to know what you think and what's up for the show and all that good stuff. So definitely follow the show.
And Taylor, where can we find you?
What do you mean?
On social media.
Social media.
At my house.
I know. I'm down the street. What do you mean? Taylor.Selfridge on Instagram and then on Twitter, Taylor Secret.
Awesome.
Yes.
Angela, where you at?
At Angela Babicz at everything.
At everything, at everything. I love her snatch. She just be snatching everything. Yeah, just be grabbing. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tune in next week because, of course, we're going to have another guest, maybe multiple guests. You don't know. But make sure you tune in. Stay with us. It's going to be a crazy season. Until then, peace.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.